where the news comes first. You're watching News Channel 2, live at 5 News Hour.
Tonight at 5, lock 'em up. A new cell phone policy this fall in the new Hartford Central School District.
Also tonight, save the date. National Grid will be in Rome to help tornado victims with questions about their bills.
And search for a killer. State police need help solving a 56-year-old homicide case in Herkimer County.
Now, the news with Kristen Copeland and Jason Palace.
Activists from the group Justice for Yahweh are set to give a list of demands at the Utica Common Council meeting tonight.
It comes weeks after the 13-year-old was shot and killed by Utica police. Body camera video of the incident released by UPD shows officers confronting Way and another teen on Shaw Street. When Way runs away, 3 officers chase him down and tackle him to the ground. A weapon he had turned out to be a replica Glock. Officer Patrick Husney shot and killed the teen. The 3 officers involved are on paid administrative leave. Investigations by the Utica Police Department and the State Attorney General's office are ongoing. News Channel 2's Luke Radel will be live from City Hall at 6. Meantime, in New Hartford tonight, there's a public hearing about a proposal to abolish the town of New Hartford's 5-member volunteer police commission. The town supervisor explained for us today what's behind the proposal.
Commission is a strong word. In major cities, commissions run the police department. So in fact, that's not the thing here at the town of New Hartford. They're just an advisory group. But usually commissions have budgetary, they're ahead of the budgets, they're ahead of hiring, firing. The town board is ahead of that. It's always been ahead of that. We don't want the liability that the town to have having a commission when they're really not running a police department.
Supervisor Michoni expects the board will vote tonight to either dissolve the commission and end it there, or dissolve it, bring it back, and rename it.
It's an old case, but not a cold case. State police are looking for new leads on a 56-year-old homicide in Herkimer County. August 8th, 1968, Donna Lee Hart called her dad to say there was someone outside her Route 29 house near Dolgeville. Investigators say the suspect shot around to get into a locked door and went upstairs to find Donna Lee hiding in a closet. The 25-year-old was shot 4 times. If you have any information on this case, call 315-366-6066.
A man accused of stealing a 4-wheeler and several cans of gas from a barn in Butternuts yesterday was arrested in Morris today. The Otsego County Sheriff says Nicholas Harrington was seen loading the 4-wheeler into a white pickup truck that was stolen from another county. The 22-year-old also has 3 active warrants for crimes in Shenango County.
Today is National Purple Heart Day, and the city of Utica has a new sign designating it as a Purple Heart City. It's on Whitesboro Street as you enter the city by Purple Heart Park. The Purple Heart is one of the oldest military decorations presented to service members who were injured or killed in service to our country.
The Rome community is mourning the loss of a man who never wanted any recognition, but deserved it for what he did every day.
Matt Miller was the longtime executive director of the Rome Rescue Mission. He died Sunday at 63 years old. He worked until the day he passed away. I remember him being quite fond of his own pancakes, very proud of that. Yeah. A quote from Matt, "Every day is an opportunity to be a light in the lives we touch."
Continuing coverage on tornado recovery in Rome, National Grid will be back in Rome a week from today for customers to meet face-to-face with someone about their bills. The event is August 14th, 10 to 3 at Jervis Public Library. If you want to apply for the company's Energy Assistance Program, you will need to bring letters saying you qualify for SNAP, Medicaid, Veterans Disability, or other federal assistance programs.
Time for our first look at the forecast with meteorologist Eric Gage.
We're tracking sunshine right now. It's turned out to be a very pleasant afternoon. We're looking behind us in downtown Utica, gorgeous blue skies. Still some persistent clouds in areas south, technically muggy. However, compared to the past week or so, it's actually more than welcome relief with that humidity level. Again, currently sitting at 79 degrees right now. However, with the quiet weather right now, we are still keeping a close eye on Tropical Storm Debbie, which is set to make landfall, continue northward reduce in strength to a post-tropical depression and then arrive over pretty much most of the New York State area. And this with it has the potential of producing some heavier rainfall. So as of now, again, we're keeping an eye on potential rainfall totals. But notice this red area right here, moderate risk for excessive rain. We'll talk about the rain chance totals coming up on WKTV at 6 o'clock. But again, right now, quiet stretch. Sunshine to start tomorrow. Clouds will increase, and again, an alert day for Friday with that potential for heavier rainfall in the evening and overnights, and then drying out a little bit with a few spotty showers as we head into the weekend. Back to you.
All right, Eric, thank you. The Utica Colombian community hosted the first ever flag raising at Utica City Hall today.
The event commemorates the 205th anniversary of the Battle of Boyaca, which led to the independence of Colombia and northern South America. At the flag raising, there was the singing of Colombia's national anthem, dancing, food, and statements made by both the mayor of Utica and members of the Colombian community.
We want to commemorate our flag, and we want to remember our roots. We are Americans, we love America, but we are Colombians and we love Colombia, and we want to preserve who we are. We don't want to forget the people that fought for us and gave us this wonderful freedom.
The newly formed Colombian committee is looking forward to celebrating community, courage, and culture.
The new school year will bring a new cell phone policy at New Hartford High School. It's not new to the district. The elementary and middle schools were ahead of the high school on this one. News Channel 2's Jolene Ferris reports.
When New Hartford High School students go back to class next month, it'll be without their cell phones.
Students have to come to school in the morning, put their cell phones in their lockers. If they leave for lunch, because we have an open campus, they can take their phones with them. But when they come back from lunch, back in the locker to the end of the instructional day.
This is already the policy at the elementary and middle schools.
We anticipate the normal growing pains that come along with any change at the beginning of the year, but most likely by Christmas, Thanksgiving, we should be over that bump.
The tricky part? Enforcing it, making sure cell phones go into lockers. But school administrators are hoping the consequences of not following the policy will encourage compliance.
If students do have their cell phones out during the instructional day, they will be confiscated and returned at the end of the day. If it happens a second time, the parents will have to come and get the phones.
Some parents might not like the idea of their kids not having their cell phone in case of a crisis at the school, but Superintendent Tangora says that's the last time students should have a phone. He points to the active shooter in Herkimer in 2013 when he was a school administrator in that county.
One of the problems we had was for students contacting their parents with not necessarily accurate information. So we spent a lot of time during that very unfortunate crisis having to correct misinformation.
As Dr. Tangora points out, in 2 years there will be no learning curve. It'll be all the students have ever known coming in from 9th grade. Jolene Ferris, News Channel 2.
Happening tomorrow, the Rockefeller Institute of Government will host a public hearing on the foundation aid funding formula at Lawrence Central School. It all starts at 2 p.m. This meeting is the closest one to the greater Utica region. State Senator Joe Griffo says he's urging the Rockefeller Institute to host more hearings. The formula is the way New York determines aid for school districts.
Future Olympians had a workout at MVCC in Utica this morning. It was the Oneida County Youth Bureau Fun and Fitness Run. Kids 4 to 13 years old competed in runs on the track, did some stretching exercises, and played games. And alongside them today, the Oneida County Sheriff's Office, Penny from the Utica Police Department, and police recruits.
It's just about bringing kids together, a community activity that also promotes not only health and wellness, but it also promotes the relationship between our youth and also law enforcement within our community.
This was the 7th year of the event.
Team USA adds to its Olympic medal count and stays atop the leaderboard.
Here's where we stand at the end of day 11 of competition. USA at the top with 86 total medals, followed by China, then France. Tonight in prime time, the track is the place to be in Paris, where a trio of U.S. runners vie for gold in the men's 400 meters. Plus, The dominant women's basketball team begins the knockout round. That's coming your way in prime time on WKTV NBC.
Here's what the team is working on for News Channel 2 at 6. Smith Post 24 has opened the Legion Baseball Mid-Atlantic Regional Tournament down in Maryland. We're going to tell you how the New York State champs did again their opener against the state champs from West Virginia. Plus, we're live tonight from the Utica Common Council meeting where the Justice for Yahweh team plans to speak. And Wynn Hospital is providing a new service to help patients overcome surgical anxiety. Those stories and a lot more for you tonight on News Channel 2 at 6.
Thanks for streaming with us. News Channel 2 at 6 is on WKTV NBC.